How we doing, Xbox gamers? Welcome back to Xbox News and Talks video, episode 6. Now, today's video is going to be another short video. Not much news coming out this week, but there's still going to be heaps of colour. So if you haven't already, guys, or if any of you are new here, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss any of my videos like this. Now, guys, remember, every single Friday, a new news and talks video always drops at 6 a.m. Australian time, but if you're anywhere else in the world, it might drop a day before on a Thursday for you, or any other day, or a bit after. I'm not sure where you are, but also every Tuesday, guys, at 6 a.m. as well, Australian time, I drop a new top 5 video every Tuesday. If you ever want to check that out, make sure you go do that, guys, because you have that notification bell on, you'll never ever miss any great content like this. Now, guys, let's just get straight into today's news video. Now, guys, moving into the first bit of news we're going to be talking about in today's video is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 feedback. Now, the multiplayer has gotten quite positive feedback, whereas from what I've heard and read from reviews, the other aspects of the game, such as the campaign and zombies, hasn't had the best. This article on the Xbox Wire website only really expresses and talks about the multiplayer and like updates since the beta, and this is basically only on the multiplayer, as you can see from the title. So if you're a multiplayer person yourself, well, then this could be the information you take in and what maybe help you understand and maybe convince you to buy the game. But personally, for me, all three aspects have to be sold in to get like this game, and it's not, unfortunately. So if we scroll on down to the feedback, on the feedback front, between the beta and launch, the studio has taken several key learnings to make some of the adjustments and improvements that you've already seen at launch. So far, spawns have been one of the most notable adjustments from Zach Hodson. Spawns were a big one. We heard that players that spawns lacked directionality, and it was making it impossible to know which direction fights would be coming from. In between beta and launch, our QA analysis designers and engineers work together on all aspects of spawns to improve on the players' issues we're seeing. We think this really paid off, but there's still more improvements coming. So basically, I haven't played this game myself, but I know from a fact when playing Shipment on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the spawns were just so on all the other maps as well. It was just really, you just get killed or sniped straight away. I know the spawns were really bad on that game, so fair enough. If they fixed it and players are happy, well, that's great as well, but I'm not gonna touch this game unless something drastically changes my mind. But moving on anyway, from an art direction standpoint, the beta has confirmed a lot of hopes from the Sledgehammer team with the direction they've taken in modernizing these classic maps. From Matt Abbott, the art director of the studio, the beta gave us so much data to trust our instincts to deliver to the players that we wanted to see fans of Call of Duty. We have to walk a fine line of balance in the realism, grittiness, and the natural platters. The perception of the saturated colours can be polarizing because it's potentially deprives a level of grittiness that has come to define Modern Warfare. In the beta, it's become clear we didn't need to dial back our instincts, and we could let our natural physically based materials shine in their full glory, maintaining the realism for a franchise is known for. So basically, reading from that, and which I read to you, is basically the colours and the art of the game. It looks good. Call of Duty, how they've gone over the years with their graphics and how they've advanced has been pretty damn good. Like, from this picture overall, personally, it looks like they've really upped in the graphics. But I think, personally, for me, they've too focused on this area and other areas of the game, or making it too, like, you know, realistic, like, looking, rather than focusing on making, like, a great story game and, like, making a great game, which I feel like Call of Duty has really lacked in, and that's why it's gone downhill in general. Like, I've just been generally disappointed over the years. Just no Call of Duty has brought me back. Only really the Black Ops 4 for the zombies and the multiplayer, really. That was a great game overall, I've got to say. Personally, for me, that was a great game. But moving on, there was a few adjustments made through after the beta, which we made a subtle shift that the push saturation and the contrast to take full advantage of the Xbox Series X HDR and the modern monitors / TVs. Because of the data from the beta, we were able to make adjustments that made maps not only look better but play better as well. The idea that people are stopping to smell roses and look at the care, tuning and polishing that goes on in the visuals of Call of Duty game is something that warms the developer's heart. So basically, from reading this, they've also improved the performance of the game, which it's great to live up to the performance of the next-gen consoles, and I think that's good that they're focusing on the little details, because the little details in Call of Duty made it what it was, which is good as well. I'm pretty happy with that just from reading that as well, just from this picture as well. All the little details into this map, it just look really, really good. Just from the cars, even this little pathway, this little rock, this little bush as well. Just every little subtle detail Call of Duty put into the games is really good. The only problem I have with this is it's probably just drew them away from making a great game. They just focused on making an aesthetically pleasing game rather than just a great story game, which is pretty unfortunate. But another fan favorite updates that have come with Modern Warfare 3 update include slide and reload cancelling, updates to recoil, and new ways to set your loadout. While loadouts can be entirely subjectively, Hodgson recommends playing around with the collapsed stockless MCW with stalker boots and seeing how aggressively you can build it, while you still keeping its accuracy. Beyond there's many opportunities to create the loadout that works best for your playstyle. So if you haven't already, be sure to jump on and try it out for yourself. So basically they're just adding little game updates. So like if you're gonna run and then you're reloading, you can slide to cancel your reload, which is pretty common in most games, which I'm quite surprised they didn't have in the beta. It kind of sucks. Updates to recoil, so I'm hoping they don't ruin guns in the game. I'm not going to try it, but this is just reading this. I'm just reading this to you guys, and it sounds pretty good. But scrolling on down to the final section, overall, Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer has delivered an intensive, fluid, and fun player experience. We look forward to seeing how the game continuously to evolve based on the community's feedback. We can't wait to see you in our lobbies. Now, guys, basically reading from the reviews and going onto the internet, a lot of people have bad feedback of the game. Now, I know Xbox The Wire website's just buttering up basically what is unfortunately just a disaster in my opinion, and I personally agree with everyone's reviews here. If I scroll on down, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the worst COD game. Pretty bad so far. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, doesn't it look tired? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 video games that could do better. It's just so far just a big disappointment just from looking at all the reviews. If I scroll on down, a 4 out of 10 review from IGN and big reviewer. A lot of people have just undoubtedly just do not like this game whatsoever, which I can agree on. If I click on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, doesn't look tired. We go on here, 2 out of 5 stars. It's just been a big disappointment to most of the Call of Duty community. If we go down here, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 misses more than its hits. A fun zombies mode and the return of a fan favourite maps from 2009, Modern Warfare 2 can't save Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 from its awful campaign, a multiplayer that feels like a step back from the rest of the remade Modern Warfare trilogy. Basically, the pros is the zombies mode is unexpected and delight, which I thought it was pretty cool. The Maverick is a great villain, which is pretty cool. Returning maps are good for nostalgia and play excellency, which is the cons about it. Overall, like the cons, basically terrible campaign, multiplayer progression is confusing and meaningless. So overall, 2 of the modes out of the 1 game mode of the zombies people are saying is terrible, so I can agree on that. I thought the zombies was a great idea, but overall I knew it wouldn't top Black Ops at all, or War Zombies as well. But although so far, just from going on the internet and reading it, people have just been genuinely disappointed in it. I can understand the story's been terrible because Call of Duty, I feel like, as I said many times, they just focused too much on making the game look too realistic and be able to perform up to the next-gen standards. They've just focused too much on that rather than making a great game, which basically is why I'm talking about it in today's video, just going through it all, ranting on about it for so long, but that is pretty much why it lands there. It lands a 4 out of 10 star rating on IGN by Simon Cardy. Unbreakable, rehashed, and cobbled together from multiplayer parts, Modern Warfare 3's single campaign is everything a Call of Duty story shouldn't be. So it sounds like the campaign's not even worth the play, or this game's not even worth the buy. So completely understand why it shouldn't be even like a game you should consider buying. Personally, for me, I'm definitely going to take this in consideration. I already had basically an idea that it would not be the best game, but that pretty much is the news of the Call of Duty world. Just disappointing, but you know, could have done better, but it is what it is, I guess. But now let's move on to the games coming out next week. Now guys, moving into the new releases coming this week to Xbox. Let's scroll on down. Next week on Xbox, new games for November 27th, which is today, to December 1st, which will be Friday. Let's scroll on down. Games coming to the Game Pass, or new releases is coming to Xbox in general, and other games are Roller Dome, the optimized version, and Play Anywhere, and then the Game Pass it's coming to, which is pretty cool. June Spice Wars, available on the Game Pass on November 28th, and obviously Roller Dome was available on November 28th as well. Forest Grove, the optimized version, smart delivery, so this is an old game that's coming up to the next gen graphics, which is pretty good, on November 29th. Traveler's Path, November 29th, obviously smart delivery and Xbox Series X and S optimization, which means the game's coming up a notch. Dopamine, November 29th, a completely new game. Oraton was the case, optimized version, smart delivery, Xbox Play Anywhere, November 29th, basically getting an upgrade, which is pretty cool. Heavy Burden, a completely new game coming to Xbox on November 29th. Silent Scream, November 29th. Gangs of Shield pre-order, optimized version for Xbox Series X and S. You can basically pre-order this from the 30th of November, which will be pretty cool. Moto Solo, no girlfriend since birth, Xbox Series X and S, basically coming available on November 30th, which is pretty cool. Pixel Cafe, November 30th, optimized version. Basically, it's getting an upgrade and smart delivery. If you had this game previously, you're going to have all your saves, which is pretty good. This Means Rap, November 30th. Truck and Logistics Simulator, November 30th, smart delivery and Xbox optimization for the Series X and S, which is pretty cool. Torek 3 Shadow of Oblivion Remastered, so this game's just getting a remaster, so November 30th. All of Us Are Dead, November 30th, a new game. Pinball M, November 30th, a completely old game just getting an upgrade, which is pretty cool. Elderland, November 30th, getting an upgrade basically as well. Arcadian Atlas, November 30th. Crashy Lapse, November 30th. Steam World Build, December 1st, Kingdoms and Castles, December 1st. One Square, December 1st. And Zoomborg, December 1st. So basically a lot of these games are just getting a bump up and upgrades just in terms of the next generation consoles, as you can see for the Series X and S, and most of them are generally come with smart delivery, which means if you've had these games in the past and you get like the new optimized version, you're going to get that new high quality graphics, which I think will be bloody awesome. Now it's basically not really any like well-known games to me that are coming to, I guess, Xbox. A lot of these are probably just old games that I've never seen before, and all of them I've never really seen before. None of them are really first or the big titles, but if any of these games interest you at all, guys, feel free to check them out in the Microsoft Store. Remember, guys, the link to the Xbox Wire website will be in the description below. And if you want to check out any other things on this website as well, it's very, very helpful, and it does give Xbox Insider patch notes as well. Just let us know if you like me explaining the patch notes to you in the videos. Just let me know down in the comment section below. That would be very helpful. Just so if you want me to cover it in a complete, whole video is dedicated to that section, let me know. I'm happy on going through that. Just let me know down in the comment section below, guys. Now, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's news videos, guys. So if you like today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss any news and talks videos. Now, guys, every Friday these videos come out, guys, at 6 a.m. Australian time, and every Tuesday, guys, at 6 a.m. Australian time, a new top 5 video drops. So make sure you never ever miss content like that, guys, because that is great content you do not want to miss, guys. And if you want to check out the last minute Black Friday sales, the link will be in the description below, so make sure you check that out. The Amazon link will be down in the description below. I've seen they've got some great deals, like deals you cannot miss out on, guys, so make sure you check that out, and I'll catch you all in the next video.